Hi, good afternoon. My name is Nelson Chen, and this is my EDAD 612 video journal number 2 on differences. This is a great topic to discuss as a new administrator doing my own research as well as completing many of our assignments. I've had great conversations with my current admin, district admin, as well as our community stakeholders in how we represent equity and access, open access to our population. So just to kind of give you a little background, we have at my high school around 2,400 students. It's pretty large, and we have around 53% that are made up of Asians. And then we have the second largest group, which is Hispanic and Latinos, and then Filipinos, and then Caucasians. Um, I think that we are doing a good job. I know that we can do a better job in making sure that we express the importance of equity for all students and meeting the needs of all students. Um, and and again, not just looking at what we already know with SPED and with ELs, and again, looking at IEPs and other disabilities, but truly looking at all students, whether they are, I hate to say it, whether they are identified or not, but in the classroom, having our teachers do a better job, or even just encouraging them and motivating them to know each student and to find their learning styles so that they can be successful, whether it's just a gen ed class, or whether it's an honors class, an AP class, Avid. We have several programs that are available for many of our students, and I think my principal as well as our school district has done an incredible job in supporting and developing these programs to reach as many students, if not all, that are on our campus. So to continue to keep our teachers accountable with our philosophy on serving all students, meeting the needs of all students, and equity, I think it's important that admin uh, really emphasize in their CSTPs and their teacher evaluations each year that when we talk about our goals, not are we only talking about 21st century learning and technology, and again, student engagement and student achievement, but we really emphasize on their main goal being equity, meaning finding something in their California teaching, standards that focuses on their own practice in their classroom and meeting the needs of all students. Also, this past year, we were visited by the WASC committee, and again, even in our previous goals, about 6 years ago when we wrote them and following the action steps, equity definitely was something that was talked about in creating more programs and pathways to meet. And I hate to say this, but the middle students that seem to be kind of lost in the shuffle. I know our principal does a fantastic job in celebrating not just the AP and the IBs and the students that go to UCs or Ivy League, but during graduation and during community events, he definitely articulates the importance of celebrating all students in all pathways and all programs because we know that it would be a disservice to our families in the community if all we do is focus on the top, 10 tier of students that seems to always constantly get the recognition. Secondly, I think that's important for, again, certain practices to happen is we have several support systems, we have intervention counselors, we have to make sure that we hire teachers that understand the vision, understand the buy-in of what our district and what our principal is advocating for, and whether or not these new teachers that we hire are the right fit, and not to settle just because of, again, the timing or because of the situation, but really being patient. If we have a bad pool of teachers, honestly, just making sure that we close the job opening and reopen it again and seeing what other applicants are available so that we can get the right teacher that's going to continue to drive instruction and to make sure that all students are receiving the best education as well as the best experience that they can so that they could be college and career ready. What I've noticed as a new admin is that we constantly get district support in our initiatives to implement new instructional strategies, new new methods of professional development for our teachers so that they can continue to be encouraged and be educated on how to reach 21st century learners. I think our school does a fantastic job in making sure that we have a high percentage of A through G approved courses that many of our students are graduating with. Um, we do have a 99.7 graduation rate. We have around 78% of those graduates are A through G approved for Cal State as well as UC. Um, and so I think it's very important as well that not just our admin team, but our academic counselors, that they're educated and that they understand what they're advertising and promoting, and making sure that each student that they interview and that they sit down with during registration with their parents as well is getting the right mentoring, the right counseling so that they are placed in the appropriate class with the appropriate ratio to teacher to student, and as well as being able to connect with the teacher that's teacher of record. We definitely emphasize the importance of our academic counselors in understanding and really knowing their students so that if there are any necessary changes, whether it's behaviorally, socially, academically, they know immediately how to handle the situation. I think all in all, our school, our admin, our teachers, our classified staff, I think we do a very good job in keeping our school safe in the classroom as well as outside, so that our students can really focus on what they need to do to be successful in the classroom as well as extracurricularly, and again just building those relationships with adults on campus so that at any time if they are struggling they could turn and comfortably talk to an administrator, a teacher, a staff member that truly cares and respects each individual person on our campus. And so looking at the whole picture, do we as a school meet the needs of all students? I would say that we're doing a better job than we were about 5 or 6 years ago. I know that it's something that we need to continue to look into as well as strengthen so that our community stakeholders, our district, as well as our teachers feel that they are feeling supported and they are celebrated for the wonderful things that they are doing above and beyond every single day for each student. And so I believe academically, socially, and behaviorally that our school is meeting the needs. Again, is there room for improvement? Of course. And do we allow feedback and do we open up discussion for admin to listen to our community as well as our teachers? We do. And so I think that's why I'm fortunate to be in a position where I'm seeing positive change. All of the negative experiences that I've heard or that I once heard with admin have kind of been washed away. And so again, it's great to be part of this movement where I'm getting to see students being successful and graduate and fall in love with a career because of our amazing teachers in the classroom and what they're able to inspire. So, do we have enough intervention support? I do believe we do from our district. I think fiscally, there's plenty of money that we can invest and look into. I think curricularly, I think that we are setting enough professional development opportunities for our teachers to, again, better educate themselves, to better manage their classrooms as well as meet the needs of all students. And are we providing social emotional support for our students? I believe we are, because we just recently opened up our first, wellness center for our students, and we have two school psychologists that are working tirelessly every single day. Again, listening to students and dealing with the stressors that they're having, as well as communicating with the teachers and better balancing their schedule, so that they don't feel they have 5 exams on one day, or they have an abundant or overload of homework each night. So I believe that we're all working well together. Again, is there time that there's a lot of frustration, of course, but can we always get better as we continue to strive for greatness for our high school? Absolutely. I hope that everything is well. Take care, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.